That it makes me very sad. Okay, so hemlock. Fun fact, it's a member of the carrot family. Kind of ironic because we feed our horses carrot, but don't feed them hemlock because hemlock has a powerful paralytic, like muscle paralytic in it. And if they get enough of it into their system, it can paralyze their respiratory system. And then they have trouble breathing, and if it's a small enough pony and a large enough amount of hemlock, it can lead to eventual passing away of the horse.
Is it a wildflower, Laura?
Yes, these are all things that grow just kind of like oleander. Some people who hopefully don't own horses, they cultivate that in their gardens.
They use them as hedges, yeah.
Yeah, I know, because they actually have really pretty pink flowers, and so like you see them growing a lot, but like usually people who know about horses and have horses don't grow it near horses. So that actually the next one. It causes, if they get enough of it, it can kill them as well. These two are two of the more kind of poisonous ones. This one causes gas colic, and it causes like kind of irregular heart rate. It can also, it messes with their nervous system, so it can cause seizures, coma, collapse, tremors, etc. Then over here we have snake root, which is one of the less poisonous ones. Some other kinds of it are used for medicinal purposes. But this particular kind of snake root has like little white flowers and the big fat leaves. It can cause minor things like depression and lethargy. If they get enough of it, it can cause them to have some difficult breathing, and they kind of stand with their front feet apart, or if it's a sheep, stand with their back feet apart because sheep are weird and backwards creatures. And then thistle, you see this growing a lot and it has thorns on it. So, I mean, your horse, unless he's like really kind of one of those like quirky ones, he's not really gonna try to go for thistle. I mean, mine probably would, knowing him. But yeah, it kind of results in the general deoxygenation of their blood. And because I'm totally an AP Bio student, I know how that works. But you just need to know it results in, it has some chemical agents in it or natural chemicals in it that draw oxygen out, something like that. Yeah. Then we have fiddleneck. You all have probably seen that in the pasture. It's not one of the more poisonous ones, so they're going to have to ingest a lot of it for it to actually hurt them. But it has a lot of nitrates in it and a lot of alkaloids, and generally it causes colic. I mean, again, if you have a small enough horse and a large enough amount of it, it's gonna really affect them. But as far as getting a mouthful of it, they're probably gonna be fine. And the last one is black oak. I really hope that's not what those are. I don't think it is. But it just kind of contains a couple of different acids whose names I knew at one point last night, but I can't remember now. But the acids in them, they are just toxic and they cause colic and like upset stomach and kind of gassy bloating. What?
Tannic?
Well, actually, yeah, that's one of them. Yeah, I know, tannic and something else that starts with an H. I'm so bad I should have written it down, man. Okay. Any questions on poisonous plants? Do we feed these plants to our horses?
No.
If we see them growing, do we pick them out and throw them away?
We terminate them.
Yes. And, side note, if we are going, you can't really try and kill an oak tree with like Roundup. I mean, that's kind of like, it's kind of like Napoleon Dynamite status, like running around the base of an oak tree with like your little pump and Roundup spray. So I don't want to do that, but if you are going to try and get rid of fiddleneck, because that's a weed, you can just rip that out, because again, like people grow that, so it's like a natural like garden plant. So you can just like rip that out. That doesn't, that doesn't lots of times grow in abundance just by itself. Like usually people like garden that stuff. But like, yeah, no, like I was saying, like with the weeds, these 4 weeds in the middle, you can remove your horse from the pasture, and then you can like pesticide the crud out of these until they're dead, or you can go around by hand with gloves on, because these and those have stickers on them. Those have big stickers. And pull them up. You have to get the root too, or otherwise they'll just pop right back up. They're annoying. They're like little siblings. Like you get rid of them for like legit 5 seconds and they're back like the next day. Okay, any questions?
No, it would be nice. We could probably post that here.
Yeah, that's
And we
very
could all
nice.
look at it.
I
It's
like
beautiful.
it.
Nice poster.
Good job.
Good job.
Are there any of those in the pasture?
That I've seen,